Hey guys, this is Istis. Welcome back to another episode of 360 Scale podcast. And by the chance you still haven't covered your website CRO, you are in luck because today we have a special guest, Amine, from GT Pro Media. A guy worked with industry-leading brands like Lumin Skin, Manscaped, Teeth Whitening, Alaya Skincare, Native, Drunk Elephant, and many, many more. Started from humble beginnings, from literally grinding on his laptop while his son was being born. Amine successfully scaled and overall launched various e-commerce brands to like 7 and 8 figures. Now he's just locked his focus on CRO. And in this episode, we cover things like landing pages, copy, importance of A/B testing, techniques to raise your AOV lifetime values, while also providing actionable steps you can apply right now, helping you truly understand your customer behavior, and most importantly, raising and sustaining the conversion rates at like 5-6%. Have a good one, and don't forget to subscribe and share your e-commerce friends. And also, don't forget to check out our new article where you will find 99 plus Facebook ad creatives, all the ad swipes and all the conversion principles that you can apply right now. And now let's just get into and have a good one.
Welcome to 360 Scale, a podcast for A-level entrepreneurs looking to scale their business beyond 7 figures. Learn from those that have actually made it in the world of e-commerce with actionable steps you can apply right now.
Hey Amine, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you guys? Really excited to be with you today.
Nice. How you're spending your days before the Black Friday?
Oh man, it's crazy. We're getting some new brands onboarded. Everyone is rushing for conversion rate optimization packages, landing pages. So it's been quite a roller coaster, let's say. But we thank God we have the right SOPs, the right team to handle those projects, man.
How many people?
Yeah, we have over 60 designers and developers, and we have a team of CRO just focusing on split testing, about 10 people, and copywriters, about 3, just really good direct response copywriters, man.
Nice. So you're growing, but basically I saw your LinkedIn and I scraped a bit. So I saw that you were working in a corporate position in one of the biggest web agencies in Montreal. So maybe you can just walk us through like how you got into, so many people working on your agency from like working for some kind of agency,
Yeah. So I started, in the digital space back few years back, let's say, I think it was 2015 exactly. And I worked for one of the biggest web agencies in Canada, and we were focusing on brick and mortar. So I started as sales rep, and then I went through a team lead. I had a team of sales rep, people doing door-to-door cold calling and working with brick and mortar that actually were just using yellow pages. So we were pitching them and showing them the value of having a website, having SEO and Google ads at the moment. Facebook ads was not something that was really popular at this time, specifically in Canada. It was the beginning.
What was the time?
2015, bro. We were late, man, here in Canada.
Oh, okay.
Specifically for brick and mortar, man. And we were one of the first agencies to start really selling Facebook ad. And I sold the first package, I remember, to a clinic. And it was a 2K package to help them get visibility on Facebook. And from there, I saw all the revenue that I was generating and making just 70, 80K a year. I decided I need to build my own agency. Like, it doesn't make sense that I'm bringing like almost $1 million a year and making 80K at the end.
Yeah.
And this is how it all started with my wife. 2017, we decided to start our own agency, GT Pro Media. First months we were doing same thing, just brick and mortar, cold calling, doing the same model. And one day I spoke to a really cool guy. He wants to create a skincare brand, like argan oil, like something really organic, sourcing it from Morocco. This is where I come from originally. And I was like, this is an amazing product. And he's like, let's build an e-commerce store. I'm like, okay, we never done that. So I'm like, okay, let's do it together. It's going to be the first time, obviously. So it was our first client in the e-commerce space. And I saw the revenue he was generating. He moved 6 months to Cancun. He was just enjoying his life, making money. I was like, I told to my wife, we need to do the same thing. We need to build an e-commerce brand. And we started an e-commerce brand in the supplement space. I was heavily bodybuilding at this time. Even competing in bodybuilding shows, preparing for contests, and I found an amazing product that I've took that actually brought me a lot of gains, muscle gains, lean mass, and I couldn't find it anywhere in Canada. So I contacted the supplier. We had at this time like 5K in savings. We decided to go all in. Let's buy 5K of inventory and import it to Canada. I built a Shopify store, and organic sales start coming by just having a right copy. I didn't know what I was doing, actually. I was just actually putting words there, putting the keywords of the products, not knowing exactly that it's going to drive sales. But 2 days after launching the stores, we got an order of $300 US from US. I was like, what the hell? And sales start coming, bro. Like just with SEO, and from there I kept learning about SEO, about conversion rate optimization, because when I tested running ads, it didn't get approved. As you know, in the supplement space, specifically in the bodybuilding space, some products are hard to advertise. So I'm like, okay, babe, we cannot use Facebook. So what can we focus on to bring traffic? So I started learning about, building links, backlinks, getting a lot of press about the brand. We started sponsoring bodybuilding events in Canada-wide, and locally as well in Montreal, Toronto, getting exposure. And we have our supplier, he agreed to send their rep to the shows, to show the product, to actually start talking to those competitors. And from there, we started bringing influencers, and we grow this brand in 18 months to 7-figure just with organic traffic and building an ambassador program with our influencers, man. This is how our e-commerce journey started.
Okay. And at the same
Zero
time,
paid ads.
Nice. And at the same time, you were running agency, or that was after your blast with e-commerce?
At the same time, I was running our e-commerce brand, the fitness space. I was running my agency at the same time, applying whatever. I was sharing a lot in the community on Facebook groups, and whatever actually was working for us, I was sharing it to the audience. And I started, having an organic leads just coming on, brands, owners coming to me and telling me, okay, let's get help in that. And funny story, it was when my son was born. We were at the hospital before he was born, a few days, and we were having a hard time with the conversions. We were, plateau at 2%, and we were doing 30K a month. So I was like, there must be a better way to increase that. And I stumbled on an ad from Tanner Larson. He's the founder of BGS, Build and Grow Scale. And he was talking about conversion rate, and nobody at this time was really talking about conversion rate, revenue optimization. I was like, okay, let's take this webinar. I was taking this webinar in the room when my wife was supposed to just, go through actually surgery, man, to get out son.
That's how hustle works.
I know, it's the hustle. I was in my laptop. We still have a picture just, in the room hustling and going through the webinar. I love that, bro, man. And I joined the mastermind, and from there I applied every single thing. We were able in 90 days to go from 2% to 6% conversion rate, which is crazy, man. And to maintain that till the end of the year, man. And this is how we maintain that 6%. But also we increase our average order value from $190 to $210, which is really good, man. To have 6% on a $200 value, it's hard to achieve.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. So that was our journey, man. This is how I really started digging deep in conversion rate optimization, and it's been actually since last year that we only focus now on doing conversion rate optimization. We don't do store building anymore. It's landing pages, advertorials, split testing heavily, surveys, getting as much feedback, copywriting, direct response. We're not. That's the only thing that we specialized in right now.
Nice. So many questions I want to ask, but you mentioned Tanner, and actually I saw those guys. I believe it was your mentors.
Yes, he still is.
Russell, also Ezra, Josh. How you got into the mentoring game and how it helped you. Maybe you can also mention main takeaways from those guys.
Yeah, for sure, man. So as I mentioned already, Tanner was really, really helpful with what he built with Build, Grow, and Scale, and also Matthew Stafford, his COO. We learned a lot with them. It's more like a family. So learning about the back end, not only the front end. A lot of people, they focus on the front end. And this is what's the difference between conversion rate optimization and revenue optimization, where it's front end plus back end, making sure that the LTV is strong. And once you know how to crack down that, traffic is not a problem anymore. And a lot of people, they just focus on traffic because they have a weak back end and their conversion rate optimization sucks. They go for design. Okay, this team is super nice. We like the design, but they don't think about the user experience, which is super important. Because at the end, conversion rate optimization is all about removing friction and increasing desire. Get them to the exact steps that you want them to get. If in the e-commerce space, obviously you want to get them to the checkout, but you also want to get them to opt in for your upsells, to take the upsells as well. So the journey, when the journey ends, we ask ourselves when this journey ends. So there is a big phase. The first step is to get them to the product page if you run ads to a collection. So we have to focus on that, how to make the collection page convert as much as possible so we can get them to the next step. Once they're on the product page, you want to get them to the cart, and then you have to optimize the cart. And a lot of people, their cart is a mess. I noticed that more brands, they don't think about the cart page, which is an important bridge. And we believe in something which is success by subtraction. So the more elements you subtract in the cart, just giving you gold nuggets. Keep it as simple. One CTA, go to checkout. If you don't sell many SKUs, you don't need to have continuous shopping. You want to secure the sale, move them to the checkout, secure the first sale, and then upsell them on the back end.
Yeah, but I believe that's that's the problem in the market, that a lot of people, they think that they need to sell on the ad and not on the actual shop, and they are writing long format copies, they are creating 2-minute long videos for Facebook, and in terms of website, they just put some small add to cart button with simple image, and that's it from their side. So I believe that's the problem of understanding. From my point of view,
understanding, and the best way to understand is to see yourself, to take the phone, go on your website, close your eyes, disconnect from your brand, and make a purchase. You will see the frictions. Take time to go through it, and it's hard sometimes to do when you're the founder. But this is where user testing is super important, and this is something that we include in all our package. We get actually 15 people, to just random people from your client avatar, demographics and psychographics, to actually go on the website of our clients and make a purchase, and then they send us video of the feedback, and we're able to find some gold there.
Yeah, definitely. On our side, when we are, trying to understand our target audience, because our main focus is on the ad side. So we are creating a separate, Instagram or Facebook or TikTok profile, depending on the age barrier. And we like and share and, comment on all the pages and all the places that our audience is sitting at, and then we are just opening that social media account, and we are just scrolling and looking for basically in the same eyes as our customer looks. So that's the thing, you just need to understand. But
I love it.
Yeah, if we're getting
very smart. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. But if we're getting back a few steps back, in your own words, what is CRO? Like, because like a lot of guys in the market, they don't completely understand it.
No, it's really removing friction and increasing desire. Once you understand that, you understand the whole holistic aspect for it. It includes copy, it includes design, UX experience. It includes, having less things, less information, and giving the right information at the right time. Like you said, a lot of people, they do long copy on the ad video. They try to sell the product right away on the ad, this is not your job. Your job is to get them to click. Get them to click. Then once they on the landing page, their time, this is the next step. What's the next step there is to get them to the cart, to get them to the checkout. And a lot of people, like you said, you want to sell the product right away on the ad.
Yeah, definitely.
So removing those frictions, understanding the behavior of your audience, how they behave, what they like to hear, what's their pains. You're selling the transformation. And this is where we tell the founders, forget about the outcome. You should focus on the transformation of your client. What's your product going to help them do? They're too emotionally attached to the product, to the futures. No, you have to understand the benefits and sell that. Like example of Snow, like teeth whitening. They're not selling teeth whitening. They're selling confidence. This is what they're selling. So the angle can be dating, they can be, getting job interviews. It's like, then you have different angles, different audiences that you can go and test.
Yeah. But like, if we, let's just start from the finish and let's just dive deep into all those things separately. So I would like to start from design, because in this field, I see a lot of mistakes in the market. So in your opinion, let's just list out 3 main things on where to look for if you want to improve your landing page design. Just top 3 things, basically.
Yeah, so if we look at the design, specifically mobile right now, which is super important, the section above the fold is super important. A lot of brands, they miss it. Like CTA should be there on the design of the page. The hero image, you should show hero image and test as many hero images, lifestyle pictures, product pictures, and don't use mock-ups. A lot of people, they use mock-ups, I noticed. People wanted to see the product in use, and make sure that the model who is using the product is your client avatar. And I saw this mistake so many times where brands who are targeting 50 years old women are putting pictures specifically in the skincare space. You see a 25-year-old influencer when the main client avatar are 50 plus.
Yeah. And what's next? Like, okay, we have the hero banner. We have like the first call to action. And what's going on next?
Yes, so it's important that in that hero section you have as much elements, which is social proof. So how many stars, how many clients are raving from your product? An appealing headline pointing the benefit, not the future. Having also short testimonial, but the testimonial has to be one of the main pains that your product is solving. Have it there in the hero section. And then if you can show the price as well on that hero section. So you're answering those questions above the fold. And you can have a sub-headline with 3 bullet proofs. 3 to 5. We tested 4. Even numbers works better. It's weird, but 3, 5, maximum 5 bullet points about the benefit again of the product, not the futures. It's not time to talk about the futures. So this is the first hero image. Then you have your CTA, and your CTA has to be emotional, not add to cart or buy now. They're not ready to buy now. The next step is maybe to learn more. Or the next step, if you want to move them to the buy box, if you're using a landing page, you want to move them to the buy box, which is there where they can select the product, or if you have bundles, they can go there, is rush my order, get mine now. So those keywords, those in the copy work really well. And we being also really amazed with the work of Oliver at Landing Page Guys. These guys have nailed that. So if you guys want to really learn deeper in how to build high converting landing pages, I would say to learn from Oliver. He has a YouTube channel and he's created so much content. Really kudos for this guy.
Nice. Thanks for that one. And what about the copy? Because also same story. Like I'm scrolling down, I see a lot of mistakes in design, but copy is another part that they are struggling with. So, what are your top 3 tips in terms of improving your copy on the landing page?
Yes, coming from a direct response world, when before we used to have 5,000 keyword sales pages, and testing that in the beginning of the year, it didn't work for a lot of brands. So when you're doing copy, you have to think about 2 things. Is the copy going to be used on a product page, landing page, or advertorial? So I'm gonna talk about the 3 elements. So the first one is the advertorial. If you're gonna craft copy for an advertorial, first you want to make sure that you're talking to the right audience. And what we do is we survey our clients. So we jump on a call, at least with 5, but not any clients. The whales are the ones who have the biggest LTV. Yeah. Obviously, when you're building a brand, you want to attract more of your whales. People who will, raving fans who will just come and buy again from you guys. You don't want to attract the ones who are just going to buy once. And if you're not breaking even on the front end, you're done. Even if some brands, they go negative 30, 60 days, as you know, on the front end. So you want to attract more of these guys who are going to buy a lot from you guys and be raving fan and ambassadors for your brand. We survey them on the phone. We ask them a few amazing questions to understand why they buy from a brand, why they keep buying from you guys, what other brands they were shopping at before making the decision. And we understand their tone of voice, also what they're doing in their life, what's their interest. And from there, we're able to craft a copy about a subject that is going to really relate to them. Because when you're creating an advertorial, it's emotional, it's storytelling. So it's good for top of the funnel because people never heard about your brand, and you approach them from an advertorial which kind of is third party, talking about the story of the founder. Definitely. Or one of the main pain points of the audience. And this part you can go a little bit long, but you can make it sweet and short. And this is the hardest thing for copywriters to do, is to make it sweet and short. Copywriters, they like to write a lot, so we squeeze that as much as possible. And at the end, we give them a special offer if they want to learn more about the product. Scarcity. And then we send them to the landing page. And the landing page, again, this is where the copy structure is different. Moving from a direct response word, we focus on the headlines, sub-headlines. We don't go through a lot of paragraphs. We replace the value props with GIFs, animations, icons, videos, whatever you can use video, because people now, they skim through the copy. And nobody's going to stay there and just read your entire landing page. Definitely. Obviously, yes, younger audience specifically. If you're selling to an older audience, it still works. 50 plus, they still like to read. Yeah, they read a lot. They read a lot, as you know. But if you're running Snapchat, TikTok, you have to be straight to the point. This is the main transformation. This is why you need this product. This is a deal that we have right now, and the deal doesn't have to be a discount. It's all about building that amazing offer, which is giving them an extra. For example, for skincare brands, we give them access to a VIP beauty counselor that they have access to. So they can, whenever they have questions about their skin, if their routine doesn't work, they have access to a live chat. But you already have a customer service. It's just how you frame it, how you create that offer. They get 15% off lifetime on all the products that you're going to launch in the future. You're just putting them in a segment in your backend with Klaviyo and SMS, so they're on the VIP list. But also info product. If we're able to give them a free training how to use the product, and it doesn't cost that much to develop. Or Facebook group community where like-minded people would actually who have the same problem will hang out together. They would share things, they share their pains. And if you can have, for example, in the skincare, a beauty specialist or a doctor, a dermatologist jump on a call in that Facebook group as an extra value once in a month, just to give that value and answer the question of the audience. You're building that value that your competitors are not doing. They're just selling just a product. But now you're differentiating yourself. You're offering extra value. You're building a community.
Okay, so let's say we have the advertorial, we have the landing page and all that. And we start running things. We are good to go with the actual page. what happens when you have some traffic, when you have some traction from your audience, what you're doing next, like A/B testing, optimizing, how you are spotting, problems, how you are overall doing the post-launch analysis.
Yes, that's super important. So before even when we start creating the landing pages or the offers, we come up with different things to A/B test. So in the copy headline, we at least start with 4 to 6 headlines that we're gonna A/B test from the beginning. Same thing for sub headlines, hero images. That's, I would say, the 3 main things you want to split test in the beginning: hero images, headlines, and sub headlines. And when we start, because we don't run traffic, but when we work closely with the media buyers of our clients, obviously, making sure that they send proper traffic to those variations. So Google Optimize, we keep it simple. This is all what you need. You don't need to spend $1,000 on other tools to split test your traffic. So focusing on Google Optimize, split testing, brand tagline, like we said, headline, sub-headline. Also the bullet points, the offer. What kind of offer? Like I said, just give you an example of packaging offers. You can say, if you buy that much, like $60 and plus, you get this free brush, you get this free product. There is a lot of ways that you can frame an offer that will help you increase, obviously, your average order value and sell other products that sometimes are hard to sell.
Yeah.
Guarantee, money back guarantee. Like, are you testing 30 versus 60 versus 90 versus 1 year money back guarantee, which we're doing in some supplements brand? And hero picture, obviously, but also the what we call the readability of your page, using just changing some words so they resonate with your audience, and that comes back to serving your client, understanding how they talk, the words they use. You want to test that as well. And usability is super important. How you navigate, like when you go through the product pictures, you can just open and scroll, or you have to open close? I still see a lot of brands on the landing page when you open the picture, you can't just scroll, you have to close it and then you have to go back and click. It's friction. So this is usability. The navigation of your menu, is it easy to navigate? For example, I want to see the reviews. I click on menu, I click on reviews, I can see the reviews right away. I want to move to the section which is why us. So instead of having them scroll, give them the option to navigate. Some people rather navigate. If you give them the option to scroll, they're going to get bored, bounce. You lost that visitor, that click that you paid for.
Yeah, it all depends on the audience. Like if they are a younger audience, they are used to scroll through Instagram, through TikTok and all that. But if they are, let's say, 30 plus years old, and maybe you should A/B test those two things. But overall, like in your opinion, how important is A/B testing time, and is ending it early is a crucial mistake, like in your opinion, in your experience?
Yes, it's super important to A/B test your high traffic, high revenue pages. So we believe in the law of the 80-20, obviously. And you want to focus your effort on those offers that are driving 80% of your revenue. So making sure that you A/B test for at least 2 weeks. It doesn't matter if you're Nike or Apple and you send millions of visitors every day. We need to make sure that it's on 2 weeks. Why? Because weekday traffic is different from weekend traffic. Sometimes Facebook is generating good amount of sales, good ROIs for a day, then it crashes the next day. So 2 weeks give you really a good amount of time to see if this test is really good. You can approve that test and you can run it on the store for the rest of the year. So it's super important to get that data, and you don't need to A/B test, let's say, your pages that are not driving a lot of traffic. And I see a lot of people, they focus on wasting their time A/B testing things that don't really gonna lift the conversion rate. Focus on the main things. Like, don't go into the nitty gritty stuff, except if you're a 9-figure brand and you want to optimize the maximum as you can. But for 7-8 figure, focus on your main offers, and 4 to 6 tests every 2 weeks is the sweet spot. If you don't have someone internally to do that, obviously, you can hire CRO agencies to help you with that because they have the data. And this is super important. When you're here to A/B test, you're trying to guess what's going to work, what's not going to work.
Yeah.
Looking at CRO agencies, they have a ton of data. Like us actually talking about GT, we've run over 750 split tests. So we look at your brand, what you're selling, but who you're selling. We see who is your demographics, psychographics. We look at the clients that we already work with, see what tests have worked for these exact demographics. So instead of just going and trying things, we know that this test has high chance of working because you're serving the same audience.
Yeah, definitely.
And we just plug the test, quick win. You don't have to spend your money on traffic and have a test that is not performing. It's not beating the control, because at the end, it's all about beating the control.
Yeah. So guys, if you want to have, the sweet spot and start from, not from the failure, but start, with the success, just where to go. Here's
Yeah.
But
Thank
overall, when you are running a lot of things, like you are running A/B tests, you are analyzing, data and all that, how to not get lost into, change of the conversion rate, change of the AOV, because like in the market, there are a lot of different movers. Basically, you can, stop some kind of a ad, pause a campaign, or change the audience, or I don't know, like maybe customer behavior just changed, then your conversion rate dropped. So how you are actually measuring those things, and how you know that the change you made, like even after like 2 weeks, worked because of your change, not because of customer behavior or because of Q4 is coming. Like, how to know that?
Yeah, that's the hardest thing in CRO. And the only way to be able to track as the maximum as you can, obviously you need to set up your permalinks, understand that tools, for example, like I don't know, you heard about REB for tracking?
Yeah.
They kind of, looking at Google Analytics, sometimes it takes a lot of time, especially when you manage a lot of brands. REB makes it super simple. You can follow the whole funnel. You can track by social media channel. You can understand the buyer journey of people who went through organic, the people who go through AdWord with traffic channels, and also understand the difference in conversion rate, average order value, depending on each channel. So you need to double down. Okay, I know that Snapchat is working this week. We have high conversion. Let's double up the budget there. TikTok is not performing really well. We're able to, it's the same landing page, but we have different, of course, URLs that we're tracking. And REB helps us, make those calls in partnership with the media buyers agencies that we work with our clients. It's REB. Some people call it REBI. They okay. Just, yes, they're amazing at that. It makes it so simple to understand, because the problem right now is the tracking, obviously.
Yeah.
Big issues with tracking, man.
Definitely.
So this tool helps us make the right calls. And, it's never perfect. Someone's going to tell you, okay, we have the perfect this is the perfect tracking. As you said, sometimes you have different elements. Like we worked with the clients that they started doing Pinterest. So what happens to conversion? Guess what? Crashed. We were running split test. We're like, okay, you cannot do that. If we want to run a split test, let's run it with the same conditions. It's important to have the exact same conditions.
Yeah, because like Pinterest is a long-term game, and usually people from Pinterest, when they start coming to your website, they usually buy like after second, third, or even fourth visit, and it can be like after 30 days. So yeah, that's the game. Like you should know.
You see a huge traffic conversion. Yeah. Same thing with Taboola, with native traffic. The moment you start running those traffic, it's gonna crash the test. So we make sure that's why we have to be in really close communication with the media buyers, understanding what they're doing. So when we're in a test, let's run it from day one on Pinterest. Okay, we're gonna run a test for 2 weeks. We're gonna test Pinterest, and we'll see how it's gonna affect the conversion.
Yeah, and maybe you have some kind of a system, to track all those things in one place. Like as an example, even with media buyers, maybe you have, some kind of a sheet that you are exporting, importing, like how, you're keeping that communication.
Yes. So we keep it simple. We use spreadsheets, man. We keep
Okay.
it simple. So how we do it is with the spreadsheet, we're able to calculate, the exact conversion rate, average order value, also the revenue and the profit margin, because what our partners are interested in is the net profit. When they work with us, it's because they want to increase the net profit. So making sure that we track every test, how much extra profit it's bringing to the brand in every 2 weeks is super important. This is what they want to look at. They don't have time to jump on a call. So we send them a 7-minute video, Loom video,
Yeah.
showing the test from Google Optimize, the screenshot, and showing them on the sheet how much extra revenue it brought, or if it didn't brought revenue, how much actually conversion they lost by doing this test. So it's not always, of course, wins. You have to expect when you're A/B testing, you're testing different things. A lot of people, they think that, okay, we're going to A/B test, we're going to make more money with this test. Not all the tests are winner, but in our average, when we run actually 6 tests on 10, they're wins, which is really good because those small wins, they make incremental increase in the net profit.
Yeah. So you're saying that they should aim for 6 out of 10, right?
This is our result based on all the data that we've collected.
Okay.
Our agency, we do 6 on 10.
Okay.
It depends on how much data you have on your backend running previous tests, but that's pretty good. If you're able to do 6 wins on 10, you're
You're
pretty
crushing.
good.
You're crushing.
It's pretty good, yeah, man.
Yeah, you're at the same level as Amine, basically. Okay, and now let's say we are crushing on conversion rate, but what about the AOV? How you are handling that part? Maybe I'll just be more specific. Maybe you can just give me like 3 tips on how you are actually raising the AOV. Let's say like the brand. At 100k month revenue, they just come up like at, let's say, $60, and they want to be like at, let's say, $80. How you would handle that part?
Yeah, first thing that a lot of brand owners would not look at it is price testing. And we ask them, have you ever tested your pricing? The majority of the brands, they don't even test their pricing. They just make them mad depending when they started their brand. Okay, this is our COGS. This is how much CPAs we can afford. Let's price this product at $60. But have you tested at $69? Maybe your clients, they will buy your product at $69. And then, wow, okay, your average order value, this moved from $60 to $10 by doing one thing, testing the pricing, not even adding products.
Yeah, and maybe you remember some stories where when you were you were able to raise the AOV by crazy number just by raising the price.
Yeah, the most price we've added is $20 on a brand, an electronic device. They were selling for $80. We just brought the price to $97.
Crazy.
But then there is another way to do it, which is where we've been killing it with, is with now that Afterpay, Sizzle, those split payments are, a lot of people now they use them for checkout since COVID. In order to have that high in average order value, people will buy more if you only take the payment like a split payment, the first payment. If your product is $80, you pay $19.99 today and you get to try it. So now the messaging is try now for as low as $19.99.
Yeah. So
but
it's
your product
not
is
only
$80.
It's not only the pricing. It's
Exactly, using the split payment. But now that the commitment jumped from $80 to $19, you're able to sell more because now they can add an upsell. You can sell bundles.
Yeah, so
it's how you frame it. It's how you frame it, and it's important to do it not only on the landing page, on the copy of your ads, on your video ads. Have that mentioned. And a lot of people, they go for the buy now CTA. If you have a money back guarantee, you have a really good product, a low return rate, just use the try now. Try now model is killing it.
Okay.
And there is tools right now that you can have your entire store run on that model. like Black Cart. You can do it with Black Cart. With your entire model is try now, and they get billed 7 days after shipping or 14 days after the shipping. So they pay zero actually with that model. They go to the checkout, they only see the number zero. So have you heard about this tool like Black Cart?
I haven't heard it. I actually saw some of the brands using it. I believe the Lumin, the brand that you were working, I believe, they were doing like try now. And as I heard, it worked pretty well. So
Try Now is an amazing model, specifically in fashion space, apparel, lifestyle, jewelry. They get people to try the product, but it also works well when it's bulky items. Why? Because it's hard to return. So obviously, when doing a Try Now model for bedding, for example, when you give them the option to try the product for 7 days after delivery, and they get charged automatically on the card if they don't return it before that.
Yeah, I also heard some guys running like a money back guarantee. So basically it's like buy the product, and if you won't like it, we'll return your money and buy you your standard product. So it's usually for beauty, for supplements, for pet niche. Mm-hmm. Like if you, as an example, buy some food for your dog, and your dog is not eating it, then you would get your money back, and you would get your standard food bought for the next month. So that's the offer, and it works really, really well.
Of course, it shows confidence on your product, and also looking at the data, how many people actually take the time to return the food, and you have to run the numbers. You will have some cases, of course, but you're gonna be ready for that as well. Like if you're a startup, you can't do that. But brands that are already established or they past $3 million mark, they can afford to do that, and they're positioning themselves as an authority by doing that.
Yeah, definitely. Like I can't remember who said it, but like they had some numbers like only 5% of the people actually returning it. Of course, it depends on the product and complexity and all that. But like still, at the end of the day, you are winning more than losing, because you are just acquiring more customers with the offer than losing customers with your returns, basically.
Exactly. And Andy Frisella was one of the first one who did it for his supplement brand, First Form. Money back is 110%. So they give you an extra 10%. Smart way to position it.
Yeah, definitely. And in terms of lifetime value, maybe you have some tips and tricks in this field.
Yes, LTV is key. This is we're not gonna stop talking about. A lot of brand owners, they don't understand it. They don't even know how to calculate it sometimes.
That's the case.
I know. So super important to hyper segment your audience. This is how you're able to really find out who are your best customers. Survey them. By surveying them, understanding what products they will want, what other products you don't sell that actually they buy from your competitors. You're able to add the right SKUs that will help add your LTV. LTV is also about subscription. If you're able to have your product on subscription, you will have a stronger LTV. More chance for people to stay with you than to shop when they're running out of products to shop for another competitor. And it happened to me last week where I didn't subscribe for a supplement that I was testing, which is Shilajit. It's an amazing supplement. It's a rock that comes from India. It has all the benefits, all the best amino acids. I tested a brand, then I was running out, so I came to reorder the product. They were pushing me to a subscription with a 15% coupon. I was like, okay, let's take the deal. Free shipping. When I come to the checkout, now they charge me shipping. So I was annoyed. I went on Amazon, found another product that was costing me less and giving me more quantity with amazing social proof, and that was shipped one day. Whereas if I ordered the product from the States to Canada, it would have take me like at least 7 days, and I would have to pay custom fees. So you see, they lost the customer because they were advertising free shipping. But when I got to the checkout, I was pissed off. I'm not going to pay for shipping and I'm subscribing, You you see how they lost the customer, and I'm hooked to this product. I'm really hooked to it. I'm sharing it with my friends, with my family. It's a $70 supplement that you need to use every 2 months. So
Yeah.
see the LTV that they lost? They lost with me at least $400 every year, minimum.
Yeah. So it's not only like just have like some kind of subscription model and you do a discount for the next purchase. It's also like, dive deep into your overall customer journey and make sure that you have the right, user experience. You have all things in place, not only discount.
Exactly. And this is super important. The LTV is SMS. Like a lot of people, they don't use SMS. Few brands now that we work with, they actually now have call centers. When at least as soon as there's an abandoned cart, they call the clients, they text them. It's not there's actually people texting you. Of course, there is automation, but once you answer, there is a rep that's gonna jump, understand why you didn't bought the product. It's important, man, to have that. And if you're targeting audience, older audience, jump on a call specifically for high ticket products, 200, 300 plus. You don't want to lose those leads, man.
Yeah, even if you lose, then just ask some questions and make sure
get
you
surveys,
understand.
get feedback, and you will find some gold on the feedbacks. And the most important part, like we said, is understanding your customer. The more you get to talk to your clients, the more you're gonna be, growing a successful powerhouse brand. And this is the difference. The main brand owners that we get to really enjoy working with, that are growing fast, are the ones who take the time to talk to their clients themselves. They jump on a phone with their clients, even with the people who abandoned their cart. They want to understand why. Hi, I'm the founder of iScan Nutrition. I saw that you started placing an order, and
Yeah.
could you is there something that happened? Is there something like what do you want to understand what's going on? People who subscribe, then they cancel. Why did they cancel the subscription?
Yeah, especially when you are just starting out, when you're a small brand, like let's say six, seven, even 8 figures, like you still need to be doing that.
Yeah,
It's the game.
It's just have it part of your routine, and like the gold you will get from these calls. And imagine you as a client when you get a call from a founder, man. Like you're gonna talk about it around you in your circle. It's it's a word of mouth.
Definitely. It's like an experience, like as an example, imagine what happens when you are running, a brand. You start working with Amine and he's calling you randomly, like, and asking, how are you? How's your day? Like, maybe you have some feedback on me, on my service. You are just sharing basically for 1 hour, no matter actually how much time you're sharing, because Amine just called you and he's a CEO of an agency that you're working with. So definitely think.
Customer experience. It's all about customer experience. Caring. A lot of people now, they don't care, man. They focus on the outcome, focusing on the money, and they forgot the connection. We're all humans. We're all connected. At the end, it's all about increasing consciousness, and you want to actually treat people the same way you like people to treat you. And this is what's missing nowadays a lot. People are becoming more and more selfish, specifically in the direct-to-consumer space, where it's all transactional. There is a lot less of human touch. So the more you can bring that human touch back, less automation, it's the right time. Even I'm gonna throw a quick tip: direct mail. I'm just gonna talk about direct mail. I can't go further.
Yeah, I actually had a call
mail.
with the guy from your team today, and he mentioned me that strategy, and it works like crazy, as you heard.
So I spoke to Chris.
Yeah.
Chris is an amazing dude. Really, is our senior copywriter, direct response, and direct mail is crushing it, man.
So how it works? Just quickly walk us through.
Yeah, the best way to do direct mail without wasting a lot of money and time is to go for your actual clients. If you just go for your clients, create a really specific special offer for these guys who bought from you but stopped buying. You're gonna be able to reactivate them, and also if you can have a direct response approach in that, using letters with dollar in it. There is a few tips that you can learn from the OGs in direct response. Having actually a $1 bill inside the letter, and using specific paper, postcards as well. So when people, they open their mail, it stands out. It's important that it stands out, not just a regular letter. And from there, you're just making it handwritten. There is also a tool that you can get handwritten, and just share something with them and try to understand what's going on. Also get them to a call. If they want to actually jump on a call with you, ask them in the direct mail. This is the founder. We would love to, to jump on a call with you. And also there is a $100 Amazon card for people who would accept to jump on a call with us. Incentivize them as well.
Yeah, for the next purchase. And it's really a great strategy, especially for the Q4. Like if you're planning to launch your best possible offer, just send out not only for whales, send it for all your buyers, and you will see crazy ROIs.
Multi-touch.
Yeah.
And cold direct mail is another space. It's more complicated, but if done correctly, you can smash it. Specifically if you know exactly who's your audience, if your list is really good. It comes to the list, obviously, at the end. If you understand your client avatar, you're able to get a good list for direct mail, it's a really good way to make extra income for your brand.
Yeah, definitely. And look, I mean, now let's make it practical. So before we go, what's your favorite niche and overall, like the niche that you are best at?
Health and beauty.
Okay, health and beauty. So let's walk us through the process of building a funnel for a health and beauty brand at a 50K monthly revenue. And just to put some spiciness on the top, that brand they have the plan to exit for let's say 5 mil. So what would be your strategy from 0 to 5 mil exit for that type of brand in beauty and health niche?
Yeah. So first thing, we want to understand who's this product for. So if you're gonna create a product or they already have a product, let's say they already have a product, it's targeting Gen Z. And this is a different game. Gen Z, they do 50K a month. They want to exit at 5 million. We're going to look at, first thing, their average order value, the pricing of the package. Is it something that is consumable in every 30 days? We need to build up a subscription. We need to create samples to get as many Gen Z to try the product. Gen Z are smart. They're really smart. They can see you from far. So it's a different game. They're active, as you know, Snapchat, TikTok. They care about the ingredients, carbon footprint, eco-friendly. Is there a social cause behind it? Once you have those elements, you have the right messaging, and you can create samples of your product and run an offer which is free plus shipping. So they get the free sample, they earn free shipping, and you get them on subscription 60 days after that. So they have 60 days. So from the samples, then they go in a 60-day subscription. That's the average sweet spot. Because skincare, it's not like supplements. You can say, okay, there's 30 servings. But we noticed that 60-day for subscription for skincare is this really sweet spot. This is the best way to acquire a lot of customers at a cheap CPA, because your offer is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And if also having a cause base, like you say, with social impact. Every person have different causes they relate to. So there is an app on Shopify that you can download that's gonna let your customer choose the cause, and you can just fix a percentage. 1% go to their favorite cause. So your customer is able to choose the cause that they relate to. So 1% or $1 of the purchase will go to their favorite cause. Now you created that emotional link. You're building a community, and each customer are able to support their own cause, not the one that you picked. This is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
So people will get connected not only to the product, but to their favorite cause. If it's, orphans that you want to help, if it's, child traffic, sex trafficking, and they're going to relate to that, they will stay hooked to your product. But then you will have also to use the right influencers. Obviously, look at the TikTokers, look at YouTubers that your audience talk to, and obviously do some partnership deals. Revenue share with influencers. If they're big, give equity. you can give 2-3% equity to the right people that will create content for your brand as well. So it's less work for your site. You're getting that brand equity, and you can put their name on your landing pages, connect them to your brand. And then next step is dark posting. Run ads from from the influencers, from your ambassadors page to their audiences, and also to cold traffic audiences, not only to their followers. Obviously, white posting and dark posting. So you guys are the traffic masters. You know how to do that.
Yeah.
We spoke last time. So that would be the best thing, building a subscription business for Gen Z that is social cause, social based cause, impact, eco-friendly packaging, reducing, carbon footprint, super important, amazing unboxing, super important. So we get it as much social proof.
Nice. I mean, and as we are sitting, just a couple more questions before we go. So as Black Friday is just right around the corner, what our listeners should try and what they should leave behind for upcoming Black Friday in terms of CRO?
Good question. Make sure you guys A/B test as much as possible during this month, October, because otherwise it's gonna mess up. If you don't have already your test set up, you know what kind of offers you will run, but the structure. Make sure at least the structure of your pages, because you're going to change the copy for Black Friday, for Cyber Monday. You're not able to test the copy of your offers, the percentage of discount. So low-hanging fruits, look at the data from the past years. Look at the offers, what converted, what didn't convert, and just take the elements that already proved past years that have worked and put them on steroids. What I mean by that, by putting them in steroids, is make your offer different from all the rest. Add value. If it's an info product, it's an ebook, if it's a Facebook group, if anything that's gonna add community is super important. People nowadays, specifically post-COVID, they need that. They need that community. Whatever support you can get to your clients instead of just selling the product, do that.
Okay. And the next question is, what do you think is going to be the biggest needle movers in e-commerce for upcoming 5 years, in your opinion?
E-commerce, what happened with iOS 14, iOS 15 now, I don't see those dropshipping ads hitting my wall anymore like crazy. Yeah. So it cleaned the space, which is really good for the direct-to-consumer space. So only the strong brands, only people who have amazing products will survive, and will thrive if they do it the right way. Private equities, they're buying brands like crazy. They want to build their portfolio because cash with inflation cash, it's not a good asset, as you know.
Yeah.
It's losing value. So that's why they're buying real assets. We call that Wi-Fi wealth, which is building brands, scaling them, exiting them, getting those high valuations.
Yeah.
You're able now to get up to 6-7x EBITDA on your valuation, which is crazy. 2-3 years ago, getting 3x, you'd be lucky. But they look at few things. They look at LTV, obviously. If you have a subscription, you'll get more. Highest valuation, obviously. Organic traffic. If you only rely on ads, you're not going to get a good valuation. Maybe it's going to be hard to find even a buyer. So make sure that you have organic traffic. You have ambassadors, influencers bringing traffic, not only relying on paid media.
Yeah, especially on Facebook.
Especially on Facebook. And goodwill. This is where you get what we talk about. It's the goodwill. Like those investors, they will look at your brand, they will look at the press, the authority that you've built, and this is how you can get that extra valuation with their goodwill. And also, a lot of those firms looking to acquire customers, to acquire brands, they want a brand that is able to run by itself. If you're the founder and you're doing everything, you want to exit, you kind of stuck. because they want an operation manager, they want to have the entire team so they can just take the brand and have it run automatically, automated brand. So make sure that you have a team in place, an ops manager, have your VAs trained. You don't have to have your own traffic team like media buyers, but have solid media buyers partnerships that's gonna continue growing the brands when it get exit, if they want to keep obviously the team. But if you're doing great, they will obviously keep the team. It's less headache for them.
Nice. And in terms of learning, where you are learning these days, like what's your main source of new knowledge?
Yes, I would say I'm going to give a shout out here. I don't have the book here. Yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to conversion experts. They're the one who create conversion rate optimization. They have an amazing book. If you guys want to look at their blog, they publish amazing content, and subscribe to their email list as well. They run a lot of split tests. They worked for Google, for Amazon, for Facebook. So they're the biggest guys. They're invented conversion rate optimization. Yeah. So they called conversion experts. You've heard about them?
Yeah. And what's the book actually? How it's called?
It's called Making Websites Win.
Okay. Yeah. So
that's the best resource for CRO.
Yeah, I haven't read, but I heard those guys.
It's gold.
Okay.
Really big shout out to the founders, man.
Okay.
Sharing that info. It's
nice. Okay, and my last question is, what tip you would give for 20 years old? I mean,
yeah. So 20 years old, if you wanna get to the e-commerce space, before even starting, drop shipping, on playing with that, like the first thing is to find the problem you want to fix, something that is connected emotionally to your purpose, something you want to fix. Once you find a problem that you want to fix, then go on Reddit, go on forums, look what's the pains, what's the solution that are already out there. You don't have to invent the whole wheel. Find something that is already there but has flaws. Go on, find those brands, find those competitors, go on Amazon, read reviews, and then read the bad reviews as well, not only the good ones.
Yeah.
You will find products that solve a problem that you're emotionally attached, that you can actually improve. And once you do that, you're able, because you know your client avatar, you know them by heart better than they know themselves. You can come up with a product, because it's important. The product is the most important thing, man. You have an amazing product, you're gonna sell like crazy. Once you do that, you're gonna be able to then find the product. And a lot of people, they don't do that. They start with finding the winner, then which audience is gonna work. It's the inverse. Reverse engineer the process. Find the problem, then find the solution, improve the solution, put it into market. And you don't have to spend that much money with that. There is already solutions out there that you can improve. And you can start with samples. 2K is enough to build, find a product and to create a product that's going to solve a problem.
Yeah, so
keep it simple.
Yeah, it's not enough just to build a website and start running ads. You should know your customer. You should know what you're up for.
Exactly, man.
Okay, I mean, thanks a lot for being here. And where people can find you? What's the best place?
Yeah, best place, you can find me on Facebook under Amine Ait, LinkedIn under Amine Ait as well, and on Instagram, this is my favorite platform, under Lord Ait.
Nice.
LORDAIT.
Nice. Thanks a lot for being here. Take care.
Welcome, bro. Really a pleasure to share some nuggets with you guys, and looking forward to our partnership together.
Yeah, great one. And I hope that we are going to speak, after you hit 9 figures.
For sure, bro, man. This is the next goal, a 9-figure exit for one of our brands in our portfolio, man.
Yeah. So after that, just ping me and we'll make the next episode.
That's it, huh?
That's it.
Take care, brother.
Take care. Thanks a lot for staying with us till the end, and don't forget to join our Facebook group 360 e-commerce growth, on which we are sharing tons of content about Facebook ads, content creation, email marketing, website conversion rate optimization, SMS, influencers, and overall e-commerce growth. Also, sometimes we have some topics about personal growth, personal development, and all that. So join our Facebook group, share with your friends, and stay tuned to the next episode.